What is psychological safety?
Psychological safety is the state in a team or in an organization that means that you can speak up, you can be yourself, and you feel safe to raise concerns and raise ideas without fear of intimidation or being cut down.
What does a psychologically safe workplace look like?
You would know a psychologically safe workspace by how they handle mistakes. For example, if a mistake is made and it's raised, first and foremost, you can constructively discuss why that happened and how to make improvements.
You'll also, generally speaking, you'll know that conversations haven't happened outside of the room or deals haven't been made outside of the room that exclude people from those conversations.
Another thing that you would expect to see in a psychologically safe workspace is having leadership that elicits challenge and looks for feedback, and people who feel comfortable to give that leadership challenge and feedback.
You'll also know when you have a leader who asks for help in solving complex problems. So they say, I can't fix this on my own, I need everybody's contribution to this. And when there is a honest and open exchange of feedback, and that feedback is given and received in the spirit in which it's intended. So those are all elements of psychologically safe environments.
How can psychological safety benefit organisations?
I think there are 3 reasons why psychological safety is beneficial to organisations. So the first is innovation. If you're unafraid to share your worst idea, you can be absolutely sure that you'll share your best. The second element is risk management. If you, in a psychologically safe environment, then usually feel much more comfortable raising risks and objections and making that a totally normal part of the conversation. And in doing so, you could be saving yourself a considerable amount of time and money in the future if you didn't take those things into account. And the final one is engagement. So one thing I really recognised that when I worked in a psychologically unsafe environment, it took quite a toll on my well-being. So a safe environment is inclusive, and that drives higher engagement and higher well-being.
Psychological safety isn't the goal, in the words of Amy Edmondson. It is the way to get to the goal. So whatever your goal is as an organization, psychological safety is really the predicator for achieving those goals faster and better.
What is the first step to become psychologically safe?
The first step to becoming more psychologically safe is firstly understanding what it is, and then understanding where your team or your organization is on that journey. And there are really easy tools to do this. You can get a psychological safety indexing on a team basis. And even doing things like just sharing videos about what psychological safety is and what it isn't can be really helpful to just start the conversations on it. It goes hand in hand with vulnerable leadership as well. So understanding where your organization is on its journey towards psychological safety, and then how you as a leader can support the organization are some of the first things that I would recommend doing.
You'll find some organisations, some leadership teams are absolutely into it straight away and they can see the benefits, but there will be organisations or leaders who are a bit more resistant to the concept, and for them sometimes it's a good idea to focus on one of the many case studies that's out there about the benefits and impacts of psychologically safe environments, not least Project Aristotle from Google. That's always a great case study to start with.
What would you like to expand on following the Milk Bar?
I thought it was wonderful to see so many people at the Milk Bar event that were truly interested in psychological safety, particularly from a diversity and inclusion perspective. Because if we invite diverse workforces into the workplace, but then we don't give them the opportunity to speak up, if we don't give them the opportunity to feel like they can be themselves, and we don't give them the opportunity to give and receive feedback, then we aren't going to get the benefits of having that diversity within the team. So if you have somebody coming to your team who is a minority of any ilk, but they don't feel comfortable within that workspace and they don't feel safe to kind of bring their lived experience as that minority, then you aren't going to get any benefits from having that diversity within your workplace.
To discuss further how your team can foster a psychological safe workplace or hear more about our psychological safety indexing service, please contact us via hello@thisismilk.co.uk.